Hi there, everyone. This is Sean 71986. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Yes, I know, with a lot has happened this week, and I was unable to get to these stories, but these coaching stories, but I wanted to make up for it, because I've been so busy with work, and I was tired, and all the other stuff, you know how it is. But well, I did a story where the Bears hired Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson as their new head coach. Now the Jets managed to get the Lions defensive head coach. Yes, Aaron Glenn is now the new head coach for the New York Jets. I read this off the NFL on NFL.com. Jets hire former player and Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn as their new head coach. Aaron Glenn is back in Gotham Green. The New York Jets are hiring Glenn as the club's full-time head coach. NFL Network insider Ian Rapoport reported Wednesday per sources informed of the situation. The Jets later officially announced the news. This place is special to me, Glenn said in a statement on Wednesday. From the time I was drafted and practiced on Long Island to the time I came back as a scout in New Jersey, this organization has always felt like home. I'm thankful to Mr. Woody Johnson for his opportunity. To our players, prepared to be coached with everything we have. That is our responsibility. I ask that we share the same vision, and that's working towards winning a championship. To our fans, simply put, expect a winning team that you will be proud of. Following the Detroit Lions playoff exit, the Jets were Glenn's first in-person interview after meeting with multiple teams virtually during the hiring process. The former defensive coordinator also planned to meet with the New Orleans Saints regarding their opening coaching position. It's a return to where it all started for the 52-year-old Glenn, a gangrene first-round pick in 1994 out of Texas A&M. The quarterback spent 8 seasons playing for the Jets, earning 2 Pro Bowl bids before getting swiped by the Houston Texans in the 2002 expansion draft at age 30. I'm excited to welcome Aaron Glenn home as the head coach for the New York Jets. Jets owner Woody Johnson said in a statement on Wednesday, Aaron earned this opportunity through almost 3 decades in the NFL experiences. 10 with us as a player and a scout. He brings tremendous leadership skills and the vision this organization needs to be successful. I am thrilled to see him lead this team. Following a 15-year NFL playing career, Glenn was away from football before the itch returned. In 2012, he worked for the Houston Stallions, an indoor Texas football league, before joining the Jets as a personal scout. In 2014, Glenn moved into coaching, working as an assistant DB's coach, defensive backs coach, for the Cleveland Browns. After 2 years, he was hired as the New Orleans Saints as their secondary coach under Sean Payton and defensive coordinator Dennis Allen. In 2021, he moved to Detroit to become Dan Campbell's defensive coordinator. Devoid of talent early on in his tenure, Glenn's early defenses struggled, particularly against the pass. The Lions improved as Detroit gave Glenn pieces that fit the physical man defense style he desired to run. The Lions allowed the second lowest completion percentage, 61.1, and the lowest passer rating, 82.0, in 2024. Injuries gutted the Lions' defense this season, seeing 16 players on that side of the ball hit injured reserve, including Aiden Hutchinson, Alain McNeil, and Carlton Davis. Detroit's top edge rusher, top defensive tackle, and top corner. The high of slowing Justin Jefferson in Minnesota in Week 18 was juxtaposed with the divisional round disappointment when Glenn's defense couldn't get off the field against Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders, Redskins. Glenn leaves Detroit as one of the key voices of the Lions' turnaround from perennial doormat to league darling. Glenn was voted as the top defensive coordinator in the NFLPA survey following the 2023 season, given that his defense at this time was middling on the stat sheet. The honor spoke to his leadership qualities. Lions players have glowed about Glenn's quality, often noting that he's more than an X's and O's coach. He's a born leader. With the Jets amidst another rebuild, Gang Green needed a steadily commanding pilot. They'll get that in Glenn. New York entered the 2024 season hoping to dash a 13-year streak of playoff futility. Instead, that number hit 14 as the Jets broke apart. Robert Saleh was fired after 5 games, not given a chance to run around the careening operation. Jeff Ulbrich took over, and things continued to spiral. Eventually, owner Woody Johnson also fired general manager Joe Douglas, signaling a complete reboot in New York. To that chaotic affair, Glenn enters with designs to turning things around, as he did do with Detroit. His first big question for the first-time head coach is who he's hoping to hire on offense. Glenn marks the second consecutive defensive-minded head coach. 4 of the Jets' previous 5 hires have been on the defensive side of the ball, Adam Gase being an exception. Who Glenn brings in as his offensive coordinators will provide a clue on the future of Aaron Rodgers and how the Jets might attack trying to finally find a franchise quarterback that has eluded New York in decades. How the offense and quarterback situation plays out are questions for another sunrise. Today, the Jets got their leading man. So, yeah, I mean, this actually going to be pretty interesting to see how the Jets handle this one and how he would handle how Aaron Glenn would handle this. So, I hope he knows what he's doing. And I also want to say I hope he knows what he got himself into because, whoo boy, there's a reason why the Jets is code for just end the season. What? Who knows? Maybe they might do something and might make it to a conference champion, make it to the playoffs. Hell, maybe even to a conference championship. But we'll just have to wait and see. But let me know what y'all think, okay? As always, be sure to leave a comment, like this video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss an update, share with friends, share with neighbors, share with others, and that's about it. Until next time, this is Sean Doe 1986 signing off. Thank you for watching this video. Really means a lot. I'll see you next one. Catch you later. Bye-bye.